Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to ZeldaSpeedRuns for today's coverage of the Link's Awakening DX 100% tournament. Still in the midst of Swiss Round 3 today, so matchup here between BambooShadow and Ryan Ford. Got Astro and Zinthron then on comms with me today. How are the two of you doing?
How about you?
Can't complain too much. I am going to hand this one over to the two of you so we can get this started and let's get this one underway.
The race should be starting soon. And well, it's starting soon.
I think it's hilarious. Just this lone room with nothing in it.
Yeah. This empty vacuum of space that we live in. And they're off. So this is the 100% race between Bamboo and Ryan Ford. So Zintro, explain 100%.
Alright, with Hundo, we just need to get everything that you can find in your inventory. So if you open the inventory, you'll see a whole bunch of empty slots and stuff like that. We're going to try to fill as many of those up as possible. Including, if you press select, a little window opens up. And that shows how many heart pieces and pictures you have. We need to fill that up too. So yeah, if you open your menu and you just press a bunch of buttons and it opens up things, you need to fill that up.
Yeah, the only thing that we don't need is the potion from Crazy Tracy. It's the only inventory item we don't need. That we need all capacity upgrades, the magnifying lens, the boomerang, all heart pieces, all pictures, etc.
Yeah, it's every permanent inventory item, right? I think.
Yeah, I guess so.
And
so
Tracy's potion is not permanent.
What we're gonna be seeing here is going for some rupees here on the beach, trying to go for duplication on these rupees. Essentially, if Link's sword and shield have their own hitbox outside of Link's, so what you can do is you can try to make the rupees fall on both hitboxes. Wow,
yeah,
Bamboo
getting very good luck for a race. Brian, not so much.
So we can use that to get 2 rupees for the price of 1. And we need that to get the bombs and the powder for the same 10 rupees. Essentially, what Bamboo's going to do is he's going to save and quit right after purchasing the rupees. And because this game likes to look fancy with its rupee count, we can just save and quit before the counter actually moves down, so we get to keep our rupees.
We can't do that with the trendy game, though, unfortunately. Or else, you know, we'd probably just not even get the chest in. No, we'd have to get the chest. Could we? If we were able to keep the rupees, could we skip the chest in the log cave?
No, because we'd
have enough for fishing, and then we just pull
barely enough.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to collect 5 rupees just through on the way.
Either way, we wouldn't be able to skip those rupees because we pay before we even play the game.
Exactly.
So actually, one thing we should mention is that the runners are getting seashells along the way. And that's important for later because we want this for the level 2 sword, which requires 20 rupees. But we're also going to be collecting very specific seashells and very specific amounts at certain times so that we can actually get bonus seashells.
Yeah,
but we'll explain that later.
And seashells may appear like an inventory item that you have to collect, but they're not actually permanent, and they just disappear as soon as you get the shield. Or the
Yeah,
shield, that's the shield, the sword upgrade. That's what
yeah,
it's for.
there are 26 in the game, but there are only 20 collectible ones before the others disappear, as Centro said. Also, bomb triggers.
Yeah, go ahead with that.
Bomb triggers, essentially, if you place 2 bombs on the same screen, the game freaks out and activates the, well, 0th, if you want to get technical, but basically the first trigger that should occur on that screen. And so what we did there is we killed the moblin before activating Terran, and what that did is that moved the trigger slot to Terran's cutscene, and so we can essentially trigger that cutscene without using the powder. And then Ryan triggered the owl text on the screen before.
Bomb triggers just break this game. You'll see probably the most humorous use of it, collecting a couple heart pieces, but also in D7, which is quite a bit later in the run. We're just gonna, yeah. Well, I'm not gonna say what it's used for, but I'll just say it's abused in D7.
Yeah. Also, Bamboost.
Yeah, named after our lovely runner here on the left, I believe, on everyone's screen.
Yeah, I think so. BambooShadow.
I'm just looking
Ryan
at
also getting it. Very nice. It's a nice little damage boost.
And it's it's more than just a damage boost too. Like sometimes that mini mold arm really loves to troll you, and it allows you to go through. But sometimes he still trolls you by like going right under the chest just as you get to it.
Oh boy! So now we have the most broken item in the game. It's the feather. So the devs thought it was a good idea to be able to jump in a game that doesn't exactly have a Z-axis. So we can abuse that to jump in the air and make the game think, while wall clips into a wall, to make the game think that we are on the ledge above or below or to the left or the right, depending on Link's facing position. And then we can use items or hold back up against that wall and then forward for 9 frames, and the game will think we're jumping off of that ledge, and it creates a super jump. And
it also really breaks the game. It allows us to do certain dungeons almost entirely backwards.
Yeah, it's also one of the reasons why we have an out-of-bounds rule set.
Yeah. Yeah, there are categories where you can use super jumps and just go completely, totally out of bounds and just completely break the game. And there's also a mechanic called super swimming, which is banned in this category because it allows you to go out of bounds. But it's essentially like super jumping in water. You end up swimming, and so you get into Ryan falling on Moldorm.
Ryan falling. Moldorm, unironically the hardest boss in the game.
Yeah, and only going to power.
Fun fact: super swimming isn't even patched in 1.1 or 1.2.
Really? So you can do it in those too.
Yeah. Anyways, I guess it's important to mention that we were playing on the Japanese 1.0 version of the game. Japanese is important because 1, the text is faster, and 2, unlike other versions of the game, we can actually skip the text, some bits of text. In OG, even if you're playing on English, you could skip that text, but for some reason, you can't in DX, so we play on Japanese, because we can skip text, and text is faster. And then 1.0, because that allows us to do bomb triggers and super jumps and such.
If you want to know just how much time the Japanese text saves over the English text, another runner of ours, in his first race of this tournament, decided to play on English, and what was it, like 5 minutes or something that he lost just from text?
Something like that. Something insane. Shoutouts to Glyph. Also, we're going to be bypassing that heart piece for now. That's just going to be important because we're going to be saving a few frames on the way back. Bamboo being smart and getting the picture house activated before he goes to fight
Always talk to the mouse
Moblin
first.
King. Yeah.
If you have any kind of follower, like Bow Wow or the Ghost or Marin or whatever, he will not talk to you. So you must get him before Bow Wow, because we don't drop off Bow Wow till quite a bit later in the run.
Yeah, it's a huge
and we get a lot of
time
pictures
loss.
beforehand. There's some pictures that we actually have to get before D3,
in a
or
certain
at least
order.
one picture.
Yeah, so you
as soon as
basically
pick up the
have to
Slime King, there's one
return.
picture you can't get.
Yeah, so you basically have to take Bow Wow back to Mabe Village and then go back to the picture hut.
Yeah. Oh, it's not that shameful in Endo. It's only like a half shame.
Yeah, but it's still slow. Because getting it,
He
Getting
lost a few frames.
yeah. So now,
Frames
shout
matter.
out to Flock clips. You can abuse text boxes while interacting with something to clip you into the wall further, and then you can just kind of do that. It's not out of bounds.
Yeah, out of bounds, I believe, is defined as like more than 3 pixels into a wall. Because that's as far as you can go when you're clipping into a wall, I believe. So wall clipping is allowed, and that puts you up to 3 pixels into the wall. Imagine if it was 2 pixels and you accidentally went 3 pixels and your run was invalidated.
Requirements. We mentioned this earlier, but essentially, all capacity upgrades, all heart pieces, all pictures, boomerang, magnifying lens, which you need to get boomerang, and then the rest of the inventory items required to beat the game without going out of bounds or wrong warping. Collar Dungeon. Oh yes, Tunic as well.
Yeah.
And
We
level
have
2
to do
Sword
Color Dungeon, which we call D0.
I mean, it is that.
Yeah,
So
all these
now-
things can be found in your inventory.
Yeah, just everything in the inventory that can be permanent. So now, best puzzle in the game. Everyone got stuck doing this when they were playing this game for the first time, because who knows what a Pole's voice is. Fake 100%. Yeah, what the runners are doing, whenever you open a chest, if you open the save and quit menu, 9 frames after you open the chest, and then close it again, the text will be skipped. Alternatively, say you're going to save and quit out of a chest, what you can do is just open the chest and then immediately open the save and quit menu, and then you can get the item still.
As soon as you open the chest, you immediately acquire the item.
Yeah. It's just
However,
the
that
text.
doesn't work with picking up an item from the ground or something.
Yeah.
For example, this doesn't apply in this run, but like the hook shot or something, in no whoop, the 80% no whoop category, you have to wait for the text to finish before you get the item.
Yeah, text. So, for instance, for the instrument that Bamboo just got, the text is what gives you the conch horn. Oh yeah, we didn't even talk about the genie quick kill. So essentially the genie, if you pick up the genie, then clip into a wall and then throw the pot, game gets confused, breaks the pot, and then we can use bombs and then a bomb arrow to quickly kill the genie by the door.
True hundo would be insane.
All permanent flags.
Yeah. Gotta open all the doors. How long
3
would that
hours.
take?
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
Dragon did it in 3 hours.
Jeez. And that's with glitches, I'm assuming.
Probably.
Yeah, you gotta do Canalit Castle too. We completely skipped Canalit Castle in pretty much every category of this game except glitchless, which isn't even like a category that's really taken seriously, just because the game is so glitched that glitchless is so much longer.
Yeah. Yeah, and this is just this long
This is longer than
stretch. Yeah, and then here we have this long stretch of time where we're just picking up the bombs upgrade, not the powder upgrade, but the bombs upgrade, and then getting some seashells and such.
Yep.
Getting the 5th seashell here. We want to have exactly 5 before we enter the seashell manor.
On Ryan's screen here, so this is the bomb upgrade he's going to be doing. He wants to always select no when he gets given the first option. Or if he selects yes, he gets the powder upgrade, and he can't just summon the guy back and get the bomb upgrade. So he would have to go all the way to the village and get bombs. So yeah, in a normal, like if you're just in a PB attempt or something, if you select powder, your run's dead.
Yeah. And then later we'll have the option to pick between powder and arrows, and if you don't pick arrows, your run's actually dead. Because
Yeah,
you need arrows.
It's really far away to go get arrows from there too. I suppose you play Song 2 though, right after that.
Still getting to
Mobby's not
Mabe
too far.
Village. We're still
Yeah.
talking minutes of time loss.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's minutes time of the losing bombs too.
Yeah.
Anyway, here's a seashell.
Don't pick powder.
Yeah. Pick powder on the final upgrade before D8. That's the one you can spam all you want because there's nothing else to select. It's actually
Yeah.
slower to select the second option.
So this is why we needed 5 seashells exactly, because if you have exactly 5 seashells, the game will, the seashell manor will reward you with a bonus seashell, which is important because we need that for another bonus seashell later at 10 seashells. Also, nice
Free
villa
buffer
skip.
for bamboo. Ryan bombed open a cave and didn't enter it. The reason for that is just to save and equip later on, because we're going to be entering that cave after D3.
Yeah.
This
We'll
is the Richard
explain-
picture. After you get the slime key, you cannot get this picture, so it has to be done now.
Yeah. And we'll explain pit clipping more later when... Well, I'm not sure. Are any of the runners going for early rooster skip?
I don't remember if Bamboo has started going for it. I think he had tried it. He can do it, but I'm just not sure if he's gonna bother. He might try for this race just because I think he knows he's gonna win, so he can sacrifice some time to try it.
Anyways, Jesus jumps. If you pause right before you're about to drown on the water, you see that little splash, you can jump off of the water. And if you do that on transitions left, right, or down, you can move down on water. And we can get that seashell early.
Let's see how many buffers Ryan gets here. Another 3 buffer.
Yes.
Oh, Bamboo with the massive gold.
Yeah.
Huge.
Oh, it's cause of the reroute.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because his PB has the old route where we get the warp by D4 after D2, and then before going to D4, we would just take the warp from Animal Village and it would get to that warp. But it's a little bit faster now to do just a slightly different path where we like enter a cave and it sets a save point for us, and then we just save and quit to that cave after opening D4.
Yeah. So as you can see here, Bamboo is killing a lot of enemies to get this item called the Piece of Power, which increases our movement speed and doubles our sword damage. And so we can... we need this for the boss, but also it's good to have because it makes us move really fast. And so we can abuse this to get around the dungeon fast. And this is the only time we'll be getting the Piece of Power, because there's no other time where we will be killing this many enemies. It just so happens that there are a lot of enemies on the way. Also, Dodongo skip. First instance of a sword out super jump. If we do a super jump and then release our spin, we can get knocked to the right there and skip a key. In older routes, we would have to fight the Dodongos, but we don't need to do that.
And Bamboo is, he's like almost on low 119 pace at this rate so far. This could be... See how the rest of the run goes, though.
Slime Eye.
He may end up just doing regular Rooster Skip if he sees that he's on such good pace that he doesn't want to risk it.
Yeah.
Ryan getting an early piece of power.
Yeah, probably overkilled a bit. Bamboo getting a pretty good D3. Well, as D3 is... The definition of a good D3 is subjective, I guess.
Yeah.
But anyways.
For me, it's like, not losing 10 seconds is a good D3.
Yeah, honestly, if you can make it through D3 without any, like, major mistakes, you're good.
Some people are way better at it, and, like, good D3 is, like, no time loss at all.
I feel like a good D3 is one of those dungeons where you either lose a lot of time, or you save a lot of time.
Yep, pretty much.
So now we're returning to this cave that was blown up earlier. Saves a bit of time and a menu, so nice early cycle.
That's why we wanted to save the menu, is to so we just keep the boots and not need to lose 4 seconds just to equip boots or equip bombs, blow up a wall. Because we needed the bomb arrow to the statue after.
Yeah, and also this heart piece, no indication that it's here, no hints, it's just there.
You gonna get bees today? Come on, bees.
No
See, Brian
bees,
guessed it.
no content. Wasn't trying to go for the 1 buffer, unfortunate. It's fine. Ryan having a close slime eye.
Is there a easy mode on Frankerface at all?
I don't think so.
Oh, someone should make one. It's like the Nicolas Cage.
Alright, so now we're getting the 10th seashell to get our next seashell prize.
Yeah, which is... You tell them.
Oh, another seashell, that's very important.
Yeah.
Because if you don't get this one, every other seashell is very far out of the way. Oh, nice,
look at that.
Up dash swag there.
And here's another seashell. Just kind of buried in this donut maze here.
Yeah, so now
Those
is
look like
the...
yummy Carter donuts.
Oh god, those ones that you buy from the store, they come in like those 12 packs or whatever.
Oh, they're so good. But they become more than 12 even. They're like really tiny ones.
God.
They are addictive.
So now this is basically a fetch questy portion, I guess, where we're just grabbing a bunch of stuff. We need this pineapple.
There's a way you can do the similar thing that Ryan's doing with Terran. He's doing opening up the save and quit menu as he gets the as he gives Terran the stick, and that skips the cutscene. You could do the same thing for the pineapple, but it's worth trying to get the frame perfect one where you save the save and quit menu, because you'd have to do it twice. It's just not. It's not really much time loss.
You're wondering why Terran was able to be there and has the stick. The game doesn't expect us to be at this point without going into Candlelit Castle, so the game just assumes that we have the stick. So we can just talk to Terran and activate the cutscene, so we don't have to do pretty much any of the fetch quests.
There's some time saved for Bamboo. I don't think we explained the trading sequence, did we?
So you're supposed to get the Yoshi doll to get the dog food, to get the bananas, to get the stick, to then get the pineapple. But we can just skip all of that by finishing Dungeon 3.
Yeah, Villa Skip literally skips, like, not just Candlelit Castle, but a significant chunk of the trading sequence, too.
Just to fish the pond.
Like, it's probably the biggest time save in the entire game.
Well, what about the fact that we know the pattern in the Windfish egg?
I suppose, but I think that one's always set. You know, it's not like a glitch or something. It's just.
Let's see if Bamboo's getting good cutscene RNG.
Oh yeah. So
Nope.
Apparently you can clink quickly on this cutscene, and it saves a little time. It's releasing it.
Yeah, we're just gonna be getting a bunch of
It's,
pictures.
a legend.
Just getting a bunch of pictures and some heart pieces because, well, a lot of these are one-time only, and so if you miss them, you can't get them again. Luckily for the Bow Wow and the Orara picture, we don't have to worry about it.
This is
but
the only time we're coming by here too. So like we don't come by here later on in the run. This is the only time to get it.
Yeah.
And this little tree here, we passed by it after D1 and on the way to D1, but we couldn't get the seashell because you have to bonk into it with boots, which we only have now. But we're going by it anyway, so it's. Oh, I thought he was gonna go for the nut.
I mean, honestly, some people are like, "Oh, it's so remote. How would anyone think about this?" But it's a lone tree on a screen.
Yeah. By the pond there's one of the trees actually, if you bonk it, you get a bomb.
Yeah, so if you're on that powder upgrade life, you should probably pick that up.
There's also there's also a tree with a fairy by the warp next to the village. And a tree on the way to the signpost maze also has a seashell in it that we will be getting after D0.
Yeah, also, this is a good time to mention that some cutscenes have RNG. So, for instance, in the seashell manor...
We already mentioned that.
Yeah, the bar going up is RNG. So...
I'm trying to stop you from annoying everyone.
Hey, I'm just talking about cutscenes with RNG. I just thought it was a good moment to talk about it. I'm not talking about some seagulls or anything.
Yeah,
Definitely not RNG.
I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah. Don't worry. So yeah, coming up here is a very remote picture that probably everyone missed on their first playthrough.
Take a look at Link's face. It looks, well, not really human. It looks more amphibian.
Yeah.
Or reptilian.
Yeah.
I think somebody had wanted like a ROM hack of the game where Link's face is
alpha.
Just green, and that one scene and everything else is normal.
Yeah, so these two pictures here and the one that we got in the well can only be obtained if you have Marin with you, and we only have Marin for a short period of time, so we have to get them now.
Yeah.
Or we can't get 100%.
Oh, we also made no mention of Link being cock-blocked in front of the cock.
That is true. Oh man, look at those seagulls going in a line.
One of them was really diving earlier. Like he was
Yeah.
really low in the water. Oh, there goes one. He's
Oh,
diving.
look at that. There goes one.
Look at that.
He's
Oh,
diving.
he's
Oh,
really going.
going so deep.
He saw a fish in there. He was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get that fish. Or whatever the hell seagulls eat. I don't know what they eat. I know nothing about seagulls. Other than that, they like to poop on everything.
Yeah. They also like sandwiches, apparently.
And annoying you at the beach.
Yes, indeed.
That would
Anyway,
Marin
walrus.
really wanted to become. Wanted to just become the
Anyway.
most annoying beach creature.
Oh god. So yeah, we just bomb triggered the walrus here. So normally we could just, you know, go up to Marin with go up to the walrus with Marin, and then she'd sing the Ballad of the Windfish. But instead, what we can do is we can equip bombs and feather, and then we can bomb trigger that cutscene, and that
Also
makes
bomb
her
trigger that
sing.
heartbeat.
Yeah, that too. And
On the
so
other
we
side
can.
of the screen.
Definitely very nice. And so we can basically just have Marin sing the song on the left side of the screen. And so when she leaves the screen, the cutscene ends. And we can
There's
abuse
also-
that.
There's also a little bit less text on starting the cutscene itself. Like when you
Yeah.
talk to the walrus, she asks you like, should we sing to it to move it? And the bomb trigger just completely skips that.
Yeah, so it's
There's another
it's a
bomb
neat little
trigger coming
concept.
up on the way to D7. That's my personal favorite bomb trigger, which gets a cave heart piece from a whole totally different cave that just happens to be sharing the same screen. Two different caves that are on the same screen. And you can
Also,
bomb trigger on the other side of the wall.
we feed the pit arrows, and it gives us some key, which will be important for later.
Whoa, glitchy raid in this.
Feel the raid.
Hey, glitchy.
So now we have to talk to this stupid owl. Can't skip it like in other categories, or we can save and quit because we need the seashell and the heart piece. Grumble, grumble.
Man, how many people are watching now?
Alright, time for
33.
best song.
I disagree. It's the second best song.
Best song. We get to even hear a better version of it later.
Yeah.
So now we're gonna be going through the reroute that we mentioned earlier. So normally we would get the warp portal after finishing dungeon 2, but instead there's a little reroute found by, of course, Sagas, where you can basically go into a cave on the way to dungeon 4, and we can use that as a save and quit point, and then after unlocking the dungeon we can just save and quit and then go back there, and it saves how much time in Hundo?
Like 10 or something. It saves
10 seconds.
more because you take fewer warps. And each time you use that warp, you lose 5 seconds. So
Yeah.
the fewer times you have to take that warp, the better. You save 10 seconds because you would have to take that warp twice on the way to Walrus Skip, and then twice again on the way to D4. Whereas this time, you just take the warp once each time. So that's already 10 seconds saved, and then it's probably like a smidge faster as well in the actual pathing.
Yeah. So now Bamboo is going to be going for the most important skip in the run. It's what validates your run. If you don't get it, Well, you don't want to find out. Bamboo. Okay. Good job. Bamboo went for it, and he's not going for early rooster skip. And I know Ryan doesn't go for early rooster skip, so I guess we should explain early rooster.
Well, there's other races later, right? There's like 3 races today, including this one, I think. And you're in one of them.
Yeah.
And you're doing an early rooster skip, aren't you?
Probably. I guess we should explain early rooster skip anyways, just to kind of get out of the way. Essentially, normally, in other categories, we would wait until after Dungeon 5 to do rooster skip.
Swag bomb.
No. Yeah.
He's going for the other one.
Oh, going for the other one. So normally for rooster skip, what we normally do after Dungeon 5 is do a sequence of 2 hookshot jumps in a row to skip getting the rooster. But in this category, it's actually faster to go for rooster skip early without the hookshot and do.
Because we're in the area.
Yeah, and we do a thing. And essentially, we do a dash jump and then do what we did for Villa Skip, where we clip into the top part of the wall. Top part of like the little wall thing in the rooster cave, in the rooster skip cave, and then do a very precise dash jump off of that to get the key, and that saves roughly 15 seconds.
If you get good RNG. It works on the same principle as Villa Skip, where you want to pause on the same frame that you fall. But because, as we saw, Villa Skip can kind of seems random on how many buffers you need to do. The same thing applies with early rooster skip, and there's 2 pixels you can get. One where you would only need to hear the falling sound once, but there's one where you have to do it twice. And that one can take a really long time.
Yeah.
So neither player is going to be going for the slightly faster Nightmare Key jump. It saves 4 seconds.
Pretty cool jump. Not gonna lie.
Yeah,
though.
it's pretty hard to pull off, though, if you're not experienced with it.
Also, time for definitely hardest boss in the game. Totally.
Unless you're Cravone.
As evidenced by Cravone teaching us the valuable lesson that you cannot hookshot down. You can see his skull there at the bottom of the screen.
Okay, I know about. I've never actually seen this.
You haven't seen the clip?
No. Wow, how much? Why did Bamboo lose so much time?
He didn't do the reroute in his PB.
Oh, that's right. Yes, that's correct.
But
okay, so now we see what his pace really is.
Yeah. Well,
and he is ahead. So
the chat cannot see it, but he is 15 seconds ahead of his PB, so that's pretty cool. Also, time for second best song.
Actually, I don't even think it's
Mambo. This is Mambo's Mambo. So what you're saying is that Ballad of the Windfish is the only song?
No, the frog song's a song. They're singing it.
Questionable. Anyways, that's Mambo's Mambo. That's going to be important for, well, 1, for 100%, and 2, it's helpful for whenever you play it, you will be warped to the beginning of a dungeon, which is not important here because we can save and quit. But it's, yeah. But also it helps us warp to a specific portion on the map where Crazy Tracy's house is, and that will be important to getting to the color dungeon later. I think. Well,
Yeah, depends how you define screaming, I guess.
Would you consider talking on pitch a form of singing?
On pitch?
Yeah,
I
like.
think that is what singing is, isn't it? Like if you're, it's.
I mean,
it's
just like
talking.
just talking.
Just talking? No, that's not singing. That's.
I mean, like
I think
talking,
it's its own
like.
name.
I guess, cause like it's a form of singing. Is rapping singing? Questionable.
I don't know about that. I'm studying music and like
It's
I know what a
rapping.
song is, but I don't know if
What constitutes as singing?
yeah,
Also,
like a song
oh,
has to
Ryan
have singing.
having a bit of trouble with anglerfish. Luckily, having some spare arrows,
Yeah,
some sparrows,
why
if you will.
That's why you save your arrows. Because this boss is slow as hell if you just use sword.
Yeah. So now Bamboo will be going for a trick called Zora Bump. If you shield bump off of this Zora, and land on the ledge here, you can then do a super jump, a precise super jump onto the. Oh, and that's not gonna work.
Oh yeah,
He's
just
one
barely.
pixel.
Fortunately,
pixel
not
off.
accidentally super swimming,
Yeah,
which is
very easy to do.
yeah, it actually genuinely is really easy to do here, and if you do it, you're done. Your run is now invalid.
Yeah, so Zora Bump
Yeah,
is
it's
oh
easy.
very nice. Second try. Zora Bump's actually a two-part trick to the it's a two-part requirement for a trick we're going to be doing later called early hookshot, and that's because we want to have the magnifying lens before we have the hookshot.
So what about poetry?
Slam poetry.
I mean, poetry.
I guess if it's read I guess
Rhythm.
if it's read musically, probably.
Maybe. I think there's a term for. I forget what it is though. For like sing-song kind of type of quote unquote singing. Anyway, let's not get too off topic here.
Yeah. Anyways, so we got that picture with the fisherman. Continuing the story that the picture guy fell off of the mountain and into the water, and has been hooked by the fisherman and took a picture as he was bleeding out.
Now, I'm gonna have to disagree with this theory. My theory is that there's actually more than one mouse. It's a whole team, and one of them just happens to die, and this one just happens to like swimming.
So
And
you're
then- and then
saying
he
that
dies.
every single one's a different mouse?
Yep,
Is that what we're going with? Okay.
that's actually what I'm
Anyways,
saying.
Nostalgia, unchanged. Same as this run. Anyways, we're gonna be getting the boomerang, the most broken attacking item in LADX. A
Ooh,
bomb
going for-
arrow.
I'm not sure why he decided to do that way.
Add an extra arrow, I guess.
Zora Bump really cost him quite a bit
Also-
of time.
Also, nice save and quit on the mermaid scale by Ryan.
And no, Bamboo did not do it. It was just
Yeah, no one's doing early rooster skip.
have
So
to tune
this
in
is,
for the races later to see that.
Yeah. Hey, Bamboo didn't accidentally zoomerang on that screen with the pits. Good. Don't do that. We'll get into what zoomerang is later. Don't worry. As you can see, the boomerang just kind of tears through things. Like any grass tile it goes over, it's gone. I hope Bamboo goes for Zoomerang later, or if it happens in D0 at all. So here's another instance for Powder Skip.
I think Ryan does Zoomerang. I don't remember.
Maybe?
We may also see it in
powder.
D0.
Very nice Powder Skip. Now we have 60 arrows. And that's going to be important because we're going to be using a lot of those in the color dungeon.
We may. I think both players go for boot strats on the Armos Knight, but you can also spam arrows on that mini boss as well.
Now, Al's gonna talk to us again. So this is the whole reason why we want to get the ghosts at all, and that's to deface the dead. Like, look what Link's about to do. Look at this. Look. Why are you leaning on the grave?
It's his buddy.
But you don't just go up to someone's grave and lean on it. That's evil.
You're talking about specific spots, Andy.
Anyways. We can get that heart piece by just by using boomerang and getting it through the rocks. Also, this is the Game Boy Color exclusive dungeon, the Color Dungeon. You absolutely need a Game Boy Color at least for this.
Okay, so one of the unique things about this dungeon is this rupee cache here. And we're going to be getting, making sure we have at least 175 after our first run through. Because we're going to be going through a second time later on. Because we need 300 for the frog song. And we're also going to be respawning the rupees in a kind of unique way by not just saving and quitting, but also doing a hard reset, because the rupees will not respawn if you just do a save and quit, because it's stored on a separate memory. I think Esther, I think you know more about it than I do.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure rupees are stored in SRAM, so if you hard reset, you can get the rupees again. So it's really nice. Ryan did not go for ERS. None of the runners have gone or went for it. As you can see, how quick of a hard reset are we getting? Very, very solid. Not SRAM. It's some other RAM.
Yeah. Either way, you have to hard reset to get the rupees.
Yeah, anyways, here we go. Just normal memory. Okay. Anyways. Very quick hard reset from Bamboo. Now, here's one of the reasons why we need arrows. Just stored in RAM. The RAM. Anyways. We want arrows to kill the Stone Hinox. Stone Hinox is a pain if you don't have arrows.
That bomb can really troll you sometimes.
Yeah, the save room is common to all 3 save files.
Worst room in the entire dungeon.
Oh
Pretty
boy.
cool there.
Very nice bingo room. Why is it called bingo room? I don't know. It's bingo. Bingo! Anyways. time for the most weird boss in the game that even in Japanese it doesn't make sense. Evil Orb is like, yeah, slow down, red, blue, green. You're like, what? Excuse me?
We just ignore that by spamming arrows.
Yeah.
And hoping he doesn't throw fidget spinners at us.
So as you can see,
we'll see if Ryan gets them.
As you can see, Bamboo chose the blue tunic over the red tunic. Technically, the red tunic is ever so slightly faster, but blue tunic is a lot more reliable in most circumstances, especially in Dungeon 5, which we'll talk about later. But essentially, the difference between the red tunic and the blue tunic is that the red tunic gives us the abilities of the piece of power minus the speed boost. So we get the knockback effect and the double damage.
But the knockback effect can be actually detrimental in some cases, and the double damage is completely cancelled once you get the level 2 sword, which we get pretty soon.
And it speeds up your rock pickups, but that like barely means anything because we get the level 2 bracelet soon after.
Yeah, so basically once you get the sword and the bracelet, all the benefits of the red tunic are gone.
Yeah, and then blue tunic gives you double the defense, so it's also nice.
I wonder, does the red tunic actually kill the Armless Knight faster when you're using sword?
It makes your strat have to be different if you're using sword.
If that's faster than like the arrows.
I don't think so.
$300.
Anyways, this is not a song.
My ears. Those probably hurt too, right?
Ryan getting the double green in one hole. Don't see that often.
Alright, you take this warp, and now we're gonna go get the other most hidden heart piece ever by swimming a lot and diving at the right time.
Boy, gotta love swimming. So, no fidget spinners on Ryan's side. Very nice. Is red faster for Almost Night? I have not done runs with red tunic, so I would not know. For Almost Night, yes, okay. Oh, right, because double sword, you can do the cool strat. Yeah. Yeah, no, I remember now, yeah. Anyways. Now we are making our way...
on Slimy Hill and stuff.
So we're gonna be... rolling. And we're gonna see the Zora. So this is why, another reason why we wanted the magnifying lens. And we see the ghost of Christmas past here to haunt us with a picture.
Again, I think it's just another mouse. He's not really happy about it. He's not happy with most of the pictures because the mice just keep like annoying him and pestering him, and has to get these pictures in order to even complete 100%. If the mouse didn't even exist, we wouldn't have to deal with the ghost or any of that stuff. Or Marin.
Yeah. Hey Glyph, have you seen the the Link face at the end of the game. Anyways, Armos Maze kind of sucks if you don't have Bow Wow. Because now you have to actually, like, move around the Armos. You can't just have Bow Wow eat most of them. It's kind of sad.
Fortunately, we don't have to worry about arrows either, though.
Yeah. So, he's going for bootstrats.
Alright. Bootstrats at the same moment, we get to hear lovely music again.
Solid Armos Knight.
Absolutely lovely.
Self-intro.
Hmm?
Did you enjoy yourself?
I did.
Well, I pity you.
So now we're, Bamboo's on his way to D6 here. Gotta watch out for that bomb that can, like, knock you on the other side of the screen somehow.
That
And shout out to Node,
Bomb Fairy. Shout
and
out to
shout out
Node.
to
Shout out
Zorlax.
to Zorlax.
And
So,
I guess in some cases shout out to me because I fail that jump too sometimes.
So normally, if we had if we had Bow Wow, we could, you know, have him eat that cutscene. But because we don't, we have to sit through that whole cutscene. Unfortunate. But now Dungeon 6, walking the dungeon for a little bit, at least. Then we completely destroy this dungeon. Whoa,
Yeah,
just bringing that shy guy over.
We have to kind of go to the bracelet normally. You know, but still doing it quickly at the same time. And then we break it by doing a super jump and basically doing the dungeon backwards. Don't worry, I can hear
on the tiles. Nope,
No, he does
unfortunate.
not.
Saves about a second or so. It's really cool. But yeah, we're gonna be dodging these tiles. No coffee break because you don't have hookshot. Ooh, arrow and bomb arrow strats. I've not seen that before.
Interesting. Still,
You do have arrows and bomb arrows to spare, so this is another area where if you had red tunic, it'd be a little rough because you can't just normally slash the Wizrobe into place. You actually have to, like, time it, and it's really rough. But yeah, here we go. This broke the dungeon.
Yeah, we'll do that super jump, and then we're at the Nightmare Key, and then we're going to do another super jump, and first we're going to do a shack jump.
Yo.
That's a shack
And then
jump.
another super jump, and boom, there you go. We just utterly destroyed the dungeon.
And now we're doing the dungeon backwards.
No need to do Dodongo skip. Or, well, no, we just did Dodongo skip. No need to worry about the dongos. Also, Ryan doing arrow strats for almost night. Apparently faster.
Bamboo
The
cart
cart.
doing its thing.
The
Yeah.
cart.
Giving him the first try. You just
For
know,
sure,
like,
Sid.
every time he's gonna get first try. It's
So-
actually 50-50 whether or not it lands on his head. And you need to have it land on his head. Both of them be on their head at the same time.
So 1 in 4, essentially.
Yeah. If you get good luck on the first one. If you get bad luck, then you're guaranteed you have to throw the second one and then try again.
And you could be sitting there for a while. Shoutouts to Cravone again. This is
Karan
facade.
also hold the early hookshot and Gluister records.
I don't know. I don't even know if those were a thing when Cravone ran. Anyways, this facade, you can hit him 3 times before he even spawns, and then you can just hit him the next 2 times. So that's Dungeon 6. While Ryan is making his way into Dungeon 6.
So there is a 3-minute difference then?
Yeah, looks like it.
Or a little bit more since Bamboo got
Yeah, a little over 3 minutes.
first try.
Yeah, with the horse heads. Bomb trigger.
Oh, it doesn't get it. While you have bombs, it's always worth just trying to go for a bomb trigger on the owls. But if you don't have bombs, it's not worth. It's a little bit slower to equip bombs and then try and get it.
There is one.
Like, the time save is minimal.
Yeah, there is one opportunity that Ryan could catch up if Bamboo gets atrocious RNG or messes it up or messes up the trick. That'll be coming up in the next dungeon, called Early Hookshot. Essentially, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be abusing the boomerang that we got earlier to take the key from the room next to the 4th Master Stalfos fight and drag that into the room with Master Stalfos. And because each room has its own specific drop, we can abuse that to bring the key in, and so the game, instead of giving us a key, will give us the hook shot, and we can get the hook shot and skip doing most of the dungeon. But it is essentially a 50-50 shot as to whether or not it works. So if BambooShadow gets the key, he has to do all of Dungeon 5. Or if he gets it like 8th try or something, we could see it even out a bit.
Does happen in rounds.
Yeah, it loses roughly 15 seconds, like around that point, depending on how fast you are at the setup. At resetting
every time it fails, you have to spawn the key again, which involves getting rid of the crystals, getting rid of all drops and whatnot. And let's see if the bamboo cart works in this as well. Does not.
Not first try. Bamboo was on PB pace. Could maybe still PB this if he gets 2nd try.
Who's gonna go for it?
Oh, dang.
Not getting it. This is no good. What try was horse heads?
First for Bamboo.
First for him too.
Ryan. For Ryan, I don't remember.
Or here we are staring at Bamboo's turn.
Come on. Okay, 8th try was an exaggeration. Was lowballing it for Ryan to catch up. I was not saying that Ryan could catch up. Okay.
There we go.
Yep, that just shows how annoying early hookshot is, and it's an hour into the run.
Yep. So you could be on like incredible pace and then just lose to RNG.
Yeah.
Nobody here knows what it's like to lose runs to RNG, though, right?
Yes, at the beginning of the run too. But yeah, the trick isn't too bad execution-wise, but the RNG behind it is very, very annoying. Because essentially, it's like, alright, is your run dead or alive? Over like 3/4 in.
That close my windows. Some guy yelling outside.
Yeah, essentially
frame dumb jump that we don't have to do because we have hookshot.
Yeah. So frame rules, to explain it, not like the SMB1 frame rules, but like a frame rule where every other frame the game will react to something differently. Very specific instances. So, for instance, early hook shot or holding out your shield to do dupes as well. If you don't time the dupes, it's frame rule. There's no way to do it without some tools, but like not practically.
For slime meal, one of the main reasons why we choose blue tunic over red. This fight is pretty noticeably faster with blue.
Yeah, and this is
Even
because
if
the
you
red
do get into a
tunic,
cycle.
even though the sword gives us double damage, it actually doesn't double our damage on Slimiel.
Getting a really good 2-cycle there, 5-3.
And so, for some reason, the game's like, oh, if you have a piece of power or red tunic, it will double your, it will just give you knockback, and so the game just decides that Slimiel is going to have iframe.
Yeah, that cost him a lot of time. He probably could have gotten a pretty substantial lead if he got a first try there. Make sure to pick up that heart. He knows.
Make sure to kill. Okay. Setting up for it. What trial will it be? Come on. First try. Wow. Okay. So using Mambo again. Mambo's Mambo. Didn't
Still not
use it
decided.
before.
Run's not decided till Nightmare, basically.
Yeah. Bamboo did not pull an Olos. Actually played it after getting the instrument, so that's good. So now Ryan is making his way over to the Nightmare Key, while Bamboo is making it his way over to Rooster Skip. So so instead of doing early Rooster Skip, he's gonna be doing it the regular way. But first he's gonna do a cool little bomb trigger.
Unbuffered.
He does unbuffered. Yeah, he goes for unbuffered.
Ryan will be doing it buffered, so we'll see the two different ways of doing the regular Rooster Skip. This is my favorite bomb trigger. So that heart piece is actually in a totally different cave.
Okay, the best way to do this
to be on the outside.
The best way to do this, like the coolest way, is to do that bomb trigger unbuffered. So equip boots and bombs after entering the staircase, then dashing over, immediately lining it up diagonally, and then bomb trigger. It's really cool, but also loses time if you don't get it unbuffered. Anyways, Rooster Skip, as mentioned before, if you have to do 2 hookshot jumps, which are both frame perfect. So you basically have to jump on the frame after the hookshot comes back and nice unbuffered.
That was risky. Like one couple more, maybe he would have fallen.
Yeah. So
if you
after
go too far from the wall, you fall.
Yeah. After the hookshot fully retracts, the game thinks Link's grounded, and so you can jump out of that. But you only have 1 frame to jump out of it, and so that makes that trick double frame perfect. There is a buffered method, which optimally loses 8 seconds, but can lose even more time if you got a slow buffered Rooster Skip.
How did he not get hit by the bat?
Hitboxes.
Yeah, I never understand that. I did figure out how to get the damage boost, but it's really hard to pull off.
Alright, so you can go for the swag hookshot jump. Dang.
That saves like what, like a quarter second or something?
Probably nothing.
If he loses time.
I mean, you still have to equip Bracelet. It's
Yeah,
slower,
it's true.
okay.
But it looks cool.
Okay. And Ryan did not use the ocarina, so we're good.
Alright, Bamboo's only 21 seconds behind, and I'm sure he's got lots of time saved still. especially
He's got 17 here.
Yeah,
So
so
now-
he probably didn't get first try Goomba Surf.
Coming up is the most useless item in the game,
Yeah,
the level 2 shield. We literally do not need it.
Shield is used in a few places in the run, but actually beyond here it's completely useless. And what it's supposed to be used for, we just give it a totally different way.
So using bomb triggers, we can just blow up these pillars, because, you know, best way to
At least-
destroy pillars
It's
is
one of
with
those bombs.
Yep.
So you can do bomb triggers in pits as well. I don't think we explained that when we were getting the bra. The wall, I don't know if you guys remember, but when either of them got the bra, they did a bomb trigger, and that actually skipped some more of the training sequence.
Yeah, and so basically we can use the pit bomb triggers to give the same effect as transition bomb triggers. They're not as fast, but they're a nice little backup if you're more comfortable with that.
Now again, the obstacle skip. Alright, here's Goomba Surf. So he's
Goomba
lining
Surf.
himself to be exactly 1 pixel clipped into the wall. Because if he's beyond that, it's is he getting it? Nope. He will be too far to make it.
Yeah, and so we want the Goomba to move,
So it's a very
the top
precise
Goomba to
trick.
move to the right. Okay, not the worst.
It needs to equip boots.
Yeah, so essentially
You do
we
need
want to have
to
that.
do an equip anyway, but
Oh no, Ryan.
oof.
Just
You
save
gonna
and quit,
do-
save and quit. Save and quit, dude.
See, let's see what he does.
It's gonna.
Oh,
He should
it is
have
possible.
done a save and
but
quit.
it's-
Yeah, what I would have done in that position is save and quit right after out of the menu and just try it again. Anyways, oh yeah, hookshot can hookshot through the ground. So if we don't make the game realize that the menu is solid, we can just, you know, hookshot through it and then it wraps around and hits the eagle.
And we're
So
not
fun times.
all 100% sure on what. Oh, man, Ryan's having a lot of trouble with this rooster
Yeah.
skip here. We're not really 100% sure what actually triggers the menu to be solid or not, but I do know that at least a few different screens will make the menu solid, and if you save and quit anytime after going on those screens, then it'll reset it.
Also, Bamboo doing a thing where when Link is in a falling state, you can save and quit, open the save and quit menu, and then you can regain control. And so we can skip falling into that pit and get to Dungeon 8 quicker. So I guess we should explain Zoomerang if Bamboo's gonna go for it. So if you dash and then use Boomerang and Feather.
Oh, no, he's not doing it.
No.
Damn.
Boomerang and Feather with Boomerang on B and bonk into a wall. You go zoom with the Boomerang. And it's faster. Anyways, now we are finally going to be getting our powder upgrade. And instead of getting the 60 bombs and 60 arrows, we're instead going to be getting a measly 40 powder. First off, why
We don't
40?
really. Yeah, we don't even really need it.
Yeah, well, first off, why not just make it 60 to be consistent? And second off,
Because it triples your quantity, I think. And you start with 10 powder.
oh,
Something like that. Or 20 powder?
because
No,
you
that-
have
that
because
doesn't
normally
make
have
sense, then.
40 or 20.
Or sorry,
mean-
doubles your capacity. And your capacity with arrows and bombs is 30, I believe. By
Yeah.
default. And with
Also,
powder
here's
it's
another
20.
reason why we don't need the level 2 shield. We can just clip into the wall, ignore the pushback from the flame jet, and then just not have to worry about it. Also, we can bomb trigger this turtle in front of Turtle Rock.
And then walk through his head, because until he actually starts fighting, he doesn't have a hitbox.
Yeah, and you can do that at home. Just play the Frog Song of Soul and then just walk into the dungeon. Fun fact, if you bomb trigger the turtle, he actually has 1 HP, so you can just one-shot him.
Yeah.
So,
when I
say
first
you
found
do
that, I
mess-
cracked up so much.
So say you do mess it up, you just need to pull out the sword and slash and you'll be good. So Bookshot, you want to explain Bookshot?
Yeah, with the way it already works is B is pressed before A if you press both at the same time. And that allows us to do a jump and a hook shot, pretty much like very, very, like almost, pretty much in the same frame, I think, actually. And that gives us, for whatever reason, super speed. Gives us a really fast hook shot, which is enough speed to allow us to clip through that key block. Oh, Bamboo needs to... Oh, he's just gonna do this.
Oh hey, we're gonna be seeing a little bit of tech that you don't see very often, where you can clip into blocks and then if you're in between two and one can be pushed, you can, you know, push it to the side. And then we can just lava swim there. If you slash your sword up against a transition while on lava, you can swim in the lava.
Yeah, it's called Bookshot, because Bookshot's on B.
Yes. And that is our final heart piece.
And now, we just need to get the Nightmare Key, kill the boss, and then we've got everything.
Indeed.
And we just go to the final boss and win, and that would be 100%. But we're not there yet. We still have to actually do that. That last little bit.
Also, hey, it's Cue Ball. We've never seen that guy before, right? Also, Ryan
So-
completing Dungeon 7.
Let's see. Keep an eye out on whether or not Ryan does Bookshot. Or, Zoomerang, I mean.
Zimmerang, yeah.
Everybody does Bookshot, because it's just,
Yeah.
there's no
It's a
faster
faster
way.
route. Yeah, so now we're gonna be seeing Bamboo fight Hothead, the annoying boss fight.
He started that buffer so soon he could do a map buffer without falling.
Yeah, you don't see that very often.
Okay.
So let's see,
the
one
Hothead is
cycle,
weird.
one cycle.
Gets it. That is
Very
a lot
nice.
harder to do than it looks.
Yeah.
There is I do have I have my own method that's like slightly easier, but it's also longer.
I have a method where I just jump diagonally backwards and just shoot the magic rod.
Okay, Ryan is a little bit higher up, so he's
He's
doing
going for
Zoomerang.
Zoomerang.
Let's do this. Zoom,
Nice.
he gets it first try.
First try. Zoomerang.
Beautiful.
Very, very solid. That's the only Zoomerang we've seen in the run, unfortunately. But still cool and
Yeah.
fast.
It is possible to do it on the trampolines in D0. If you use the
Yeah.
boomerang on the same frame that you hit the trampoline. And there's one spot where it does actually save time.
Yeah, and that'd be the room before
everywhere else.
nearby the Buzz Blob.
Yeah. It's a few rooms before. Everywhere else, it just launches you in the totally different direction than you need to go.
Yeah. So now after we talk to
It's
this
fun.
owl, we're gonna be activating the song, the Bella of the Windfish, not with the ocarina, but with the best musical instrument bombs. So we're gonna stay silent for the best song. Alright, so with that, Bamboo
us to
will
the
be
triangle.
heading... Yes, indeed. We'll be heading into the Windfish's Egg while Ryan is on his way to Dungeon 8. So, one thing cool about this dungeon is if you do not read the book using the magnifying lens, the Windfish Egg path is exactly the same every time. Left, left, up, right, right, up, left, and up. And with that knowledge, we can just go fight the nightmare immediately without having to do a trading sequence or reading the book. If you read the book, it gives you a random selection of a few combinations. Also, another bomb trigger here. Go ahead.
Ryan's screen here, he's trying to set up the bookshot. There's only a 2 pixel window that he can be in.
Yeah.
So he needs to be on 1 of 2 pixels, and he's kind of using there's a variety of visual cues that you can use. He's doing it unbuffered, and I think that's why he's having so much trouble with it. He's got he's also got to push against the wall, kind of makes it consistent, but like jump push.
So speaking of nightmare, Bamboo is going for the Aghanim and missed the Aghanim in it. Messed up the Aghanim in it. But so essentially a discovery by Vlak and Sagaz. Essentially, if you stand in certain positions when the music's off, you can basically know where Aghanim is going to where he's going to shoot a red ball or a blue ball, depending on whether or not depending on your position, and so you can abuse that to do it fast. And then Death Eye Skip, if you play the Ocarina on the same frame that a Fire Bat is about to move in the Ganon phase of the fight, the game will keep it in place, and then you can
it turns into Death Eye.
Yeah, basically
for whatever reason.
Thinks the health of Death Eye is that of the bat, 0, and so it ends the fight early while the real Death Eye still spawns, and then you can climb the stairs. I also just realized I pretty much recited word for word part of my script and GG.
21:01.
Very solid time.
Indeed.
The official SRL time of 1:21:02. Hopefully we'll be getting Bamboo in here for an interview.
Okay, so last time I was doing comms, I noticed a jumping spider in the room I'm in, and now I just found him again. I guess he lives here now.
He likes the content.
He does, yeah. I think he's probably watching. Like, to see Bamboo run.
The content.
Yeah. Oh, he's a cute little guy. Until you get a close-up look of him. And he's not really so cute. Since forever. You've never seen a jumping spider jump? They don't jump far.
Sure, they don't.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess if you're afraid of spiders or something, they sure jump far.
So now we are seeing Koholint Island get destroyed, while Ryan is doing the Jesus jump on the way to Hothead.
Spiders can indeed do anything, and what they love to do the most is dangle in front of you.
Have you seen Spider-Man before? Come on.
I have.
Yeah, so that's everything a spider can do.
So they can even talk.
No more. Yes.
I mean, I guess that's evidenced by Charlotte's Web.
Yeah, that's also true. Anyways, Ryan, now done with Dungeon 8.
And,
just waiting for Bamboo to come in for the interview.
We may or may not be getting one. I'm not sure.
We are.
We are okay. Good.
Should
We
be
may also,
very soon.
if we can, maybe switch the sound to Ryan's stream if that hasn't been done, because then we get to hear the song again.
Also, shoutouts to Linkface coming up.
Where it comes from. Wow! Hey!
Greetings, Bamboo.
Hi.
GG's on the
GG.
race. How'd you feel about that run?
It was pretty solid, overall. Only thing I was angry about was the early hook shot. I took,
Yeah,
like,
that really screwed you over.
4th or 5th try or something.
Yeah,
I think
that
it was fourth.
Something like that. It was not great,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
But
Yeah,
the
that
rest of the
would've
run was pretty
PB'd
solid. I'm
otherwise.
happy. Yeah, could have had PB potential. The beginning was super nice. Like, what
Yeah.
the hell?
You were. Your enter D3 was a gold, and like we saw this -40 split. It was like,
Yeah.
oh boy. Then we remembered because of the reroute as well.
Exactly, yeah. That's like maybe that was maybe like realistically minus 10 seconds or something.
Yeah. By the time you got into D4, it was like I think -15.
Yeah,
Still,
that sounds about
that was
right.
pretty good pace.
It was good, yeah. Like I was happy. I played somewhat solid, and boomerang split was awful. Like I messed up the pause buffers there, and then I had some struggle with a Zora. So those are like the two things: the boomerang split and early hook shot. The rest was somewhat solid, and I'm happy.
That's good.
Yeah,
It was
how
good
did
to be
it feel
happy
to
with
get first try horse heads just to then get punished by,
Yeah, exactly.
by
Yeah.
the early hook shot?
The bamboo cart once again
Bamboo card revenge.
does this thing. As soon as I saw horse heads, I was like, okay, this is gonna be first try. There it is.
So
Ryan
not
may have been a
centered.
pixel over to the left. Yeah.
Yeah, not centered for the first hit.
May affect it later. We will see.
Yeah, well, if you're not centered on the hit for Blacksmith, it doesn't work.
He moved away from the wall too.
Moving diagonally doesn't affect Blacksmith.
For some reason, it's weird that way, but it does affect sagas.
Only Sagas is.
Okay, I maybe have to relearn that.
Yeah, you seemed like you were standing a little bit to the left or right.
Yeah, I was actually using Sagas's positions, but I didn't know that you couldn't like move diagonally there. So yeah.
Do you use the ball buster app?
I use RC's web
Okay.
page.
Did you make sure you have baguette mode enabled as well?
The what?
Baguette mode.
Baguette mode, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, but I have to relearn the setup then because I usually also walk diagonally since I thought it doesn't make a difference, but it, since you told me now, it's makes a difference.
Yeah.
But, you know, the whole
Saga-
Agnet, I haven't looked into that too much yet, so you know, it's okay.
Yeah. And Ryan is about to finish here.
Time of 120. Is that PB? I think you're
127.40.
maybe a PB.
So yeah, GG's to Ryan.
We'll find out.
Yeah. He has a 125. So
Oh, okay.
no PB. 4 seconds off my race time. 127.36, both races.
Let's see if you. Oh, it was exactly the same amount of time.
It was the exact same time.
That wasn't intentional, was it?
No. Definitely not. I didn't randomly just decide to lose 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes at the end of the run just to
You'll
get
get,
127.36.
All right.
You'll get a 119 today.
Oh, yeah,
Just
you're right.
believe.
After
Believe
not
in the
having
good
my
RNG.
After not having my
That was
GameCube for
rough,
like
but,
almost a week.
well, it's a defeat.
I need to.
Anyways.
I've been playing kind of a variant of
Let's see
Hundo
what's up.
called. There's a category called no stew or no system transitions or wrong warps.
All these notifications.
A 100% no stew route, and I've been trying to play
Alright, looks
that.
like I'm going in for
Rebooting it and not having any luck and finding a way that's faster than and different, you know.
Yet again.
Yeah.
And we will
Oh,
be
do I have a
having
Discord
Ryan in
open?
for an interview.
Okay, there it is.
Just waiting for him to get in. So I'll ask him about the run, how he felt.
Is the audio a bit on the loud side?
Where am I going?
Or am I annoying?
Oh, I just saw Zegas
Like
had a...
Ryan has his mic on.
Okay.
Oh,
I just saw Segas had a 117 in the race this
Okay.
week. That's insane.
yeah. He did.
I think that's the right spot, if I recall correctly.
He runs this tournament.
Well, it's basically beating every run except his own.
Yeah. And then he changed his layout.
Oh, I
Alright.
Alright.
look at what Cliff posted in commentary.
Oh god.
All right. Yeah.
Okay. I think he's in waiting room now. So,
Got a couple golds there.
so how about the weather? Am I right?
It's quite nice out there. It's really nice.
Very hot
today.
out.
Well,
Over 100 degrees Fahrenheit.
Here, let me tell you how many degrees Fahrenheit it is here.
Let me tell you how
It
many
is.
Celsius it is here.
76 Fahrenheit here. Well, I use Celsius too in Canada.
Oh,
Because we're normal.
yo, what
Hey,
is up,
Ryan.
Ryan? GG's on the race.
Oh,
How'd
there you go.
feel
My
about
head.
it?
Run was pretty bad, but I could have been ahead after Frog Song, but I had the worst D4 of my life because family distracted me.
Oh,
Dang.
oh boy.
I lost like 50 seconds, I think, to that split alone because my siblings picked a
Oh,
good
boy.
time.
How'd you feel about that first try early hook shot?
Oh, I got pretty lucky. Yeah, I usually seem to either get first try or third try, like almost every run. Because I usually hit the pixel, but then I don't know. You kind of just leave it up to the gods at that point.
Yeah. That's how our Luke shot is. Just you just line up and you pray.
Yeah, sir.
Especially if your PB has early first try, then
Yeah,
you're like guaranteed to
Yeah,
lose time if you don't get it.
exactly. I almost
your
had a
PB
gold
has
on that
second try.
split. Sorry? Say again?
If your PB has second try, then you're like you get first try, like yeah, massive time save.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Save like 10,
So-
15 seconds in that range.
Don't be sure to stick around because coming up we will be having a race with Seisei and Alos, and then not sure if my race with Seabass will be restreamed, but that's also happening.
Baguette
Yeah.
race, PogChamp.
Nice, nice. Oh yeah, good games, Bamboo. And also, thanks for shipping me that cart, by the way.
Yeah, sure, no problem. Hope it works fine and everything.
Yep, it came in pretty fast, so I've
Yeah, I
been
was
using it already.
Yeah, I was surprised. I was like watching or like / verifying one of your PB like 3 or 4 days ago, and you already talked in that PB about how you're using like the real cartridge now, so you don't have to go through the EverDrive menu again on the hard reset. And I was like, dude, I shipped that thing like 7 days ago. What the heck?
Yeah, it came in like 5 days, I think. It was pretty fast. From Germany too. That's wild.
Greetings from
We have
Germany.
anything else we wanna talk about before?
Wait a minute.
Before we
What
sign
is
off?
this GDQ? What?
I want to say thanks for commentary. Thanks for the restream, guys. Was a fun race.
Indeed.
Yeah, it's good to watch.
Yeah, I'll definitely watch back that video because I didn't see your run, but that time seemed decent.
I'm happy. I'm confident. It was
GG,
good.
both of you. Well done.
Thanks.
Please, please, if you aren't already, give both of our runners a follow, BambooShadow and Ryan Ford. Big thank you as well to our two commentators today, Zin and Astro, for letting me sit here and do nothing the entire time. Thank you very much, both of you. As was mentioned, in about 15 to 20 minutes, we're going to have another race here. In fact, I'm sure they want me to get the hell off so they can start getting set up. So, what was it? Was Aloe versus Seisei, or?
Olos versus Sisei.
All it's first to say, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I lost the schedule. But in addition to that, on ZSR, over on the second channel, we'll have a Wind Waker rando race here in about 75 minutes. Also, some Majora's Mask randomizer, and the final... well, I shouldn't say, I don't know if it's the final Swiss Round 3 match, but another Link's Awakening Astro versus Seabass tonight. Until then, we hope you all rejoin us. Thank you very much, everybody, for being here. We'll get Seisei and Alos up here going ASAP. Any final thoughts before we head out?
We're good.
Yeah, pretty good. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, thanks everyone.
Thank you very much, all, and we'll see you all back here soon.
All right, have a good day, y'all.
Farewell.
Farewell.